What's going on, everybody? Doc here. Average Gamer Guys back again. More escape action. And we took a little 24-hour break from this account. Not really. But we needed a break after the last one. Some frustrating raids. It was one of those nights in Tarkov. And it was good that we backed away. Now, Tarkov has a way of redeeming itself sometimes. And I have something interesting to show you. So I talked about, and I really am trying to do this, where I'm trying to run at least a handful of scav runs just to make sure that we get money up. I think that is an important piece. This is one of those things that you can do if you are running solo for a couple reasons. Make money, learn some maps, do a little bit of both. Honestly, just get some experience and just explore a little bit. But really, those two main things are why you would go ahead and do this. There's some net benefits to running your scav and, you know, getting the rep up and getting some opportunities for that. 6 rep is good. Obviously, being able to decrease what you would pay for VXs, vehicle extracts, is also good. So there's some other net benefits, as well as the BTR and a few other things. So that piece is all important. But really, those first two things are why you're going to do that. Why I do it on this account is really to help keep our money up. I want to stay at a pretty consistent level. I want to be able to buy upgrades for the hideout as soon as I can, and that part is really important, in addition to obviously funding our ability to get into raids. I've been a long-time proponent that I feel like if you have 1,000,000 rubles and you hoard a little bit, you can't just have nothing in your stash with 1,000,000 rubles. But if you hoard gear and guns a little bit and you have 1,000,000 rubles, you can pretty much do whatever you need to do. That's a lot of kits that you can throw on. If you utilize insurance, you're going to be getting some things back. So it's just a couple of things up front that I wanted to touch on. With that in mind, over the last couple of hours or so, we ran a couple of scav raids. I wanted to get the money up. I wanted to make sure that we're in a good position there. Grab some barter items that we need for hideouts, hideout improvements as well, and upgrades. So that part was important, as well as maybe a couple of quest items, things that we could turn in, things like Bad Habit, get some cigarettes, do that kind of thing. And I tend to live on Interchange as a scav. I think it's really good, especially this time of the wipe. Not a lot of people are running through the back grabbing just barter items, and you can make a lot of money, as well as, again, get a lot of stuff that you need, which is really, really helpful. It also has quite a few stashes on it, and I just want to showcase this. That over the course, this was in one raid. If I remember, I will flash up a couple of screenshots as I talk about this. One raid on the way out, I hit 2 stashes back to back. I hit a stash and I hit a dead body right out in front of Idea. There's a stash on the side, kind of near a little hut in the ground. And then there is sometimes a dead body that spawns like laid out in front of a porta potty right inside the little mini go-kart track. And I'm not joking you, back-to-back spots popped me an invasion armband. I had to show this because this is like a crux item for me on my main account. And you might be saying, well, Doc, why are you not super salty that you have to? Because also in this wipe, I have already found it on my main account, which is in and of itself pretty wild. So I had to showcase that. You see our stash is pretty well situated, and we're sitting just over 1.3 million rubles because we've done a really nice job. We've been able to get quite a few really good runs. We got an AVS, we got some armors from our scavs, we've picked up a couple of weapons as well. We've done a really, really nice job of picking up some money over the course of this. So I don't know if I'm excited, but I am prepared mentally to jump back into Interchange today to try to grab a couple of things. And we're recording this, less than 24 hours from the last. So we still have about an hour and a half from the last go. We're going to try to get some stuff done. I'm going to focus on getting big sale done. That's going to be the big one. Need to get this complete. That'll open us up. We do need to continue to kill some scavs. If we can grab our last Eagle Owl kill, we will do that as well. But we've got to hit a lot of Interchange, and we got to be able to get those scavs done. So we'll see how this takes us. I want to just verify in that. Where is that task? Where's this task? 21-04. So we'll jump in. We're going to run the ump. We got a couple of things back on insurance, which is really nice. So I'm excited to be able to use that. Again, we were queued up for some others. We're going in. 0-1, we're going to try to get our one scav. We'll grab a few others. We're going to try to hit some stores. And then honestly, we can jump in and we can run these during the day, which might be a little bit easier for us in terms of avoiding PvP or winning some of the PvP interactions. So let's see if we can go get some stuff done to the raids. I don't love it. I don't love it. But we'll try to make do here. Honestly, I'm thinking about pushing up the hole. Probably our best option. You know, we tried yesterday, take our time, be smart. I'm thinking today we just kind of move. See what we run into. The last recording, although not a day for you, the day for me was a little frustrating. I'm not gonna lie. And I will say this, I am okay. I am okay with getting into fights and losing a fight that you get to see the person. Man, I will tell you, both those raids, we died in yesterday. Oh, bueno. We just don't have a fighting chance, and that's frustrating. I need a scav too. Well, scav down. Okay. Now, quick and simple here. Trend, then push up. Then we can take like no backpack. We can get out of here really fast. We'd lose some loot. That's totally fine. Just be able to get this quest done would be really nice. This is the transition point I'm a little nervous about. Again, because these stores are all in Very, very high traffic areas. I don't have a flashlight on this build, which is unfortunate. Okay. Let's see here. Now, one would expect that all the action would still be happening up top here. So, we're gonna take our loot, ditch our bag. Should have enough loot. Also have taken enough time. Should be good here. Oh, please. Whew. It's done. Gosh, I hate that task. Sometimes you gotta just move quick, though. And honestly, that was the way for us to get it done. That was smart. So, not bad pathing. I don't hate what we're doing there at all. In and out. Got some decent loot, to be honest with you. Military cable is cool. LCD, full LCD screen usually is a little bit costly. Then a handful of other things that we could just throw into the slots that we had available. Makes a lot of sense. We're going to get two tasks completed, and now we can just go back into Interchange. We can run it during the day. You know, I don't mind doing it at night, especially if you intend to play slow. You can get a lot done. You can have some really good success there. We just had a bad run, to be honest with you, when we were first hopping in there. So let's go ahead and get some quests complete. Super, super excited. Big sale. Get out of the way. Got nothing fishy about this. The cool part about this is a new quest this time around. This go around on Shoreline, and a very, very easy one that lines up with a couple of other tasks. We'll get to this when we can show you, but now our next goal is to get in and get 19 more scavs. We need to get this knocked out. I shouldn't have moved. We need to get make ultra great again knocked out, because that opens up essentially the rest of the track. We then get to go in and we get to grab documents and do a handful of other things. What I want to try to do is push towards getting the Ragman quest, where we can turn in the armor. So that's going to take up some space for us, and I think that's going to be a good kind of goal to get knocked out. We also have some other stuff. We have setup finally complete. We're ready to start, so we can go to customs and make ourselves be really angry with having to shoot people with shotguns. Now, here's what I am going to say about this. There is a task with Prepor that if we can move quickly through some customs tasks, we're going to try to knock out before we go to do setup. I'm going to kind of wait on this. That might be bad. That might be good. Really, though, if we can get AP20s, we will roll this quest. Not that it will be super easy, but the ability to one-tap the armors is going to be really, really critical. So we'll see. And then we do have fishing gear, obviously, we can still pick up. We got Eagle Owl done, which is really nice, and definitely the way I recommend going about that. And now we have to get Vitality skill up, which always seems to be really, really difficult. This, for whatever, seems to take a long time for us. We don't cheese this one, so just kind of is what it is. But what we're going to do, since we got the gear, I'm going to head back into Interchange. I'm going to try to get some of those scavs. We'll try to grab some loot along the way, and yeah, we'll see you there. All right, this is an interesting spawn. We are going to look directly this way. Got any player transitions here? The spawn it's really not hit or miss. It's pretty common, especially considering we spawned a little bit farther away. We also need to be careful of spawns on our right here. So I don't need to run to push inside, but I'm going to, because usually we can get a decent little couple of scavs. Yo, hello?
Hi.
Dude, you spawned really close to me. That's crazy.
Kinda, sorta.
Alright, well, what do you want to do, bud? I'm just here for some scavs.
I'm looking to just mark the yellow van.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to run up near the scav co-op extract, and we'll part ways.
I'm okay with that.
Alright, bud. Have a good raid.
Yeah, you can make it look right there.
And like I said, we should look to our right. That's crazy. That is crazy town. Hope that guy doesn't like just snipe me or whatever. He's doing mini buses. Hopefully we can get some scavs up here then. What I was gonna say was head in underneath Ollie, mostly for the perspective that usually there's a good couple of scavs that'll spawn in under there too. Sounds like there's some action going on over there already. But usually we can get some scavs to spawn out here pretty quickly. Noodles. Somebody's getting shot at. Not seeing a ton of scavs. We could head over towards power too. The other thing we could do is check underneath an idea. I'm a little sad we didn't get any scavs there. Underneath idea is not a bad play. I don't know that we get all 19 here, but any we can get is a dub. And now I'm thinking heading to power. Well, there's one. There's two. Okay, seems like we decided to spawn them in now. You're gonna need scav vests, interestingly enough, so. Oh, he's going to work. Let's head over to power. I'm gonna top up here really quick. I think we head over to power next. As likely what happens is the players pull from that. They may loot a little bit, and then they're gonna pull pretty quickly, which should allow some scavs to spawn in. I don't think this is an every time kind of thing, but I think there is kind of an algorithm, spawn algorithm for proximity to PMCs. Now, with that being said, there's been plenty of times I've seen where scavs will spawn like right in front of me, and that's either that not working or there's like a competing factor or something. And during the day, this map looks so good. Night is such... Night's back to being terrible again. I couldn't tell. Power was not turned on. It's like all the scavs are spawning in behind us. This is what it feels like. I don't see any movement. I don't see any scavs here. Maybe if we hang out here, maybe loot a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what else to do. I don't want to run around too much. I'd love to just again get, if we could get 5, 6, 7 scavs, be like a big W. I don't feel like that's spawning anymore. I don't know why. It's been a long time since I've seen it. We just go loot power, I guess. I don't know. Now there's some scavs. Was that the one that shot at me? Guess it would have had to have been. Kind of cool little ADR there. Well, there's at least 2 more. So that's good. Gonna need half mass. Not super soon, but probably soon enough. Let's loot. If this place got complete, if this place wasn't looted at all, that'd be a little crazy. We don't have VX here. I don't take VX on Interchange very often. It's honestly probably a pretty good, probably something I should consider doing more often. I just don't ever really bring money to this map. That's kind of nice. There's a spark plug we need. Plenty of these. a few of these things in there. Caps and the CPU fans. Nice. So we have... That's our last strikes, yeah. Which is pretty nice. Okay. We should go. We should go. Quickly, let's just look. A couple of tool sets. And then we're gonna roll towards rail. Lots of metal parts. Crunchy noodles. My favorite. Go to rail. Handful of scavs we got is going to be worth getting this flash drive out, I think. Got some money as well on us, which is not bad. We got some loot. I think this would actually complete our quest here, so... Kind of, hoping we can do that. There's a stash right here. I've noticed, actually... There's been a couple of different stashes. This one is typically not here, what I'm seeing, but there's a few others. That's a first for one. There's like a ground stash over here. Kind of interesting. Interchange. Being a little friendly today. We just had to get those losses in the last episode out of the way. Certainly not as many scavs as we would hope for, but 4 is 4. Again, I would really hope to get like 7 or so per raid, 6 or 7. That way we could get it done in 3. If we can get one good raid of like 10-ish, and then we should be able to finish this out. Decent little bit of experience, nothing crazy there. Good shots. Beautiful part is flash drive. That's huge for us, so that's worthwhile. That's one of those moments where sometimes you find those things in raid. Flash drives are relatively rare. They're not the rarest thing in the game by any means, but they certainly don't seem to pop up a ton. Filing cabinets are great. Safes are great. You can find them sticking out of computers now, so keep your eye open for that, although I don't know how frequent that is going to be. When it was persistent back many wipes ago, you know, it wasn't common. It wasn't super uncommon. You just had to pay attention to them. It was one thing really easy to kind of walk by because you're not used to seeing it. So just kind of keep that in mind. But we get Bad Habit. We get a little bit of progress there. We need Wilston's now. Then Mr. Skier. This should actually finish up. Yes, what's on the flash drive here? And crazy enough, we're making really good progress with Skier. Usually, Skier is a little bit more of a challenge. I want to make sure to grab this key somehow, some way, because we do not want to go without it. And that's going to be a challenge because we don't have a ton of stash space. But the other cool part is we can use this SKS he's going to give us to do the gunsmith task. So we need to go ahead and get that done. And we have quite a few things here to get figured out, if I'm going to be honest. We got a lot of quest rewards. This stuff we can just sell straight up, which we'll sell probably to Peacekeeper just for the dollars. We do need to keep grinding some dollars. And what do we got from this guy? We got a backpack. A backpack I cannot stand. I hate this mechanism backpack. Preferably, for me, one of the worst backpacks in the game. But pretty good. If we can find a way to hang on to the scav vest, that'll be nice since we do have set up. We've got an Ashanka as well. The other thing we could look to do is sell those if we're going to wait on doing that. And I actually might go ahead and do that, although we need Ushankas for turn-ins as well here pretty quickly through Ragman. So maybe we don't do that. And we're in one of those moral dilemmas here where we are just chalk out of space. Like, truly. We're just out of space. Oh, car repair. We got one of these too. Yeah, that's a problem. Now, we do want to get to level 20 healthcare privacy. This is going to allow us to start running into our shoreline tasks. Again, we got fishing gear that we can accept. We've got healthcare privacy part 1, which will open up as a shoreline task, doing some running around. There's some progress that we could try to get with Prepare before we go to do that to open up even more progression on shoreline, which might not be a bad idea. But we got a couple levels to go before we want to go ahead and do that. And I do, like I said, want to get some early progression for Interchange, just so we can get some things knocked out from that perspective. That will be important for us. So FMJ, we're going to sell. Here's what I think we're going to do. A shorter episode for sure, but finally some Interchange wins. So hopefully some good tips, short, to the point. Hopefully you enjoyed, but I think we're gonna wrap it up here. I just got too much management to do, and I feel like we'll get out of a rhythm here. And honestly, I just want to get those wins, and then we'll come back to Interchange another day. You know what I mean? I'm gonna keep hitting our scav, keep trying to grind up some money. I may even see about going and trying to get a second lucky scav junk box. Here's the difficult kind of decision we have. Is 2.5 million rubles, I believe, is the first stash upgrade, which is a huge quality of life improvement for us. And we're not too far off from that. We're 1.1, less than 1.1 million rubles away. We need a hand drill, and we need some more packs of screws. We can just do some scav runs to probably find both of these things and then hang on to them. And then this upgrade is essentially free for us, which is wildly good. We also have defective wall. We've been upgrading, so I want to continue to upgrade this. We're going to get this thing cracked open. We did the sledgehammer already, so you can tell we've been putting in some work to get this done. A handful of things already upgraded as well to level 2, and then we're essentially just waiting on mechanic to get up to level 2 to kind of finish some progression here. We need a lot of tool sets. We're going to need a lot of money in order to make these work, but we need workbench, which then should let us get like a couple of other things and kind of roll those. We also do need stash upgrades, so I think that's going to be the focus. Maybe grinding the money up to be able to get the stash. I think Makes a lot of sense. This requires workbench, then we get water collector, then we can do lavatory, then we can go from there. So again, I think that's where we're going to leave you. 2 good raids, finally some success on Interchange, and we get some nice quest progression along the way for quick raids, which is really, really good. So hopefully you enjoyed. Flash some socials. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for clicking on. Thanks for coming back after the last episode if you watched it. And again, apologies for the frustration, but that is Tarkov, and we want to win. Sometimes we don't. Sometimes we get camped, and I hate that. So thanks again for being here. Check the links in the description. Help us out. Help the channel grow. Big things we're hoping for in 2024 here. We really hope to get, you know, I haven't said this, but, and it might be a pipe dream, but 10K would be so awesome here on YouTube for this channel. We have shifted things quite a few times, done a handful of different games. We've been covering a lot of Tarkov for a long time. I'm in a really good place in terms of enjoying the game, and I know it's riddled with its own set of challenges, but I hope you're enjoying the content in between these episodes. If you're a really big fan of the Escape series, hopefully you're checking out Hardcore. If you're not a big fan of Hardcore, hopefully you're checking out the stuff that we're posting kind of in the middle of the week, just some different stuff, quest progress, and just some fun things that we're sharing from our main account. But help us grow. We really do appreciate it. If you're watching these and you're not subscribed, consider it. You guys just clicking on them, being here, spending a few minutes a day means the world to me. And again, if you think somebody would enjoy the content, share it with them. We love to get some new faces, chat with some of you new in the comments as well. And we just really appreciate it. So closing it out, Doc Average Gamer, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.